Okay. Can everybody hear me? Please give me a one if you can hear me. Please give me a one if you can hear me. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Well, I'm going to play the video on what happened today at the White House, but I think this whole thing was very unprofessional. I think if two world leaders meet, that should be behind closed doors. That should not be a form of entertainment for everybody to watch. I think that was, I mean, that's a new all time low. Um, Zelensky, as far as how I feel about him, he's gotten way too much money as far as I'm concerned. Look, I think Trump estimated $350 billion. That's about right. Joe Biden was dropping money on Zelensky like, and it was very telling. It's amazing. Nobody had a complaint about what this is going to do to the economy, giving Zelensky all this money. But as soon as you say reparations, oh, well, what's going to happen with the economy? The economy going to crash. No, it isn't. You know why it ain't going to crash? Because you got the money to pay reparations, just like you had the money to fork over to Zelensky. And as far as I'm concerned, not one dime should go to this man anymore. Not one dime. He's gotten enough. If Zelensky had the power to win a war, we would have seen it by now. Him and Putin have been going at it since what, 2022? And this is 2025. Man, if you didn't win the war by now, it is very safe to say you ain't winning this war, buddy. All that money down the drain. At least if you would have given that money to us for reparations, your economy would be booming right now. You gave all that money to this man and you have nothing to show for it. You have nothing to show for it here in the American economy. It was a waste of money and time. So Trump called himself trying to do peace talks, and Trump is so unruly. How can this unruly man do a peace talk? Seriously, how can this unruly ass man do a peace talk? I thought it was a disgrace. If world leaders are going to meet, it should be done behind closed doors. I didn't feel that was necessary for that to be on TV like it was Jerry Springer show. That's what it looked more like. It looked more like Jerry Springer. And yeah, the way both of them came off, how can you do a peace talk, especially somebody like Donald Trump? Donald Trump don't have a peaceful bone in his body. Mhm. Yeah, well, JD Vance is just Donald Trump's lapdog. He'll do anything Donald Trump tells him to do. He is not um as far as I'm concerned, the less we see of JD Vance, the better. Mhm. Now, Donald Trump ain't going to end no damn war. Donald Trump will cause a war, though, but he ain't going to end one. He ain't about to end one, but he'll certainly start one, that's for sure. Hmm. Well, I mean, look, Donald Trump don't like black people. Look at all the stuff he done said about black folks. But Zelensky, one thing Putin said that's very true. Putin said they ain't nothing but a bunch of Nazis. I remember when they went in there. In fact, if you go back to the video when Russia decided to go in there, there was a propaganda sign right there, a Nazi propaganda sign as soon as they rolled in there. So he wasn't lying. He was telling the truth about them folks. And then you got Donald Trump. Come on, man. Mm-hmm. And then Donald Trump was talking about World War III. Donald Trump will get World War III jumped off before anybody else. Do I think this is going to have implications? Yes, because you're going to have the Europeans, they're going to be siding with Zelensky. And Canada is already doing it, and you're going to see a lot of the world siding with Zelensky. That's why Donald Trump should have went behind closed doors, minus the press, and had their talks. And, and I even saw in the beginning when Zelensky arrived at the White House, Trump made mockery of his attire. All right, so he didn't wear a suit, but Elon don't wear a suit, and you don't be putting up no argument with Elon. Elon comes dressed any old kind of way, and you still have him up at the Oval Office. That's what I don't get. You got an issue with this man, but this man always show up at the White House with no suit on. But so does Elon. You don't throw him out. You don't say nothing about Elon and how he's dressed. But all of a sudden, attire is so important. Yeah, you got a bigot president and some Nazi came together and they fell out. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's real shocking. Come on. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised Elon ain't strolling there with his drawers on yet. But one thing I do know, I noticed that little boy ain't with him no more. Donald Trump had that desk sanitized after that little boy wiped his little booger on his desk. Donald Trump had that desk sanitized. And you ain't seen that little boy since. You ain't seen him since. I said, yeah, they done said something to Elon because they had that cabinet meeting and Elon was at the cabinet meeting minus that little brat. He didn't have him with him. So I think we might not be seeing that little 4-year-old booger picking kid anymore. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But hey, y'all, Trump didn't disappoint. We always got something in the news about Donald Trump. It may not be the most flattering thing, but we certainly got it, don't we? All right, y'all. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to watch this exchange between Zelensky and Donald Trump. Please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Okay. All right, y'all. Here we go.
Taxes
After
paying
this.
the price. Now taxes is TurboTax, beating your last pro's price when you switch to an expert. Now this is taxes. Intuit TurboTax.
For 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the president of the United States' words mattered more than the president of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So he occupied our parts, big parts of Ukraine, part of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014. So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact
2015.
2014.
2014 and 2014.
2014.
Yeah. So
I was not here.
Yeah, but
That's exactly right.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2022, the situation the same. The people have been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president. In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire. All of them told me that he will never go. We signed with him with gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Count one.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems, even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You
God bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's exactly
Remember
what you're
this.
doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
You will feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now, you don't. You're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's back to you. Far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once this entire meeting? No, in this entire meeting, have you said thank you? You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you can...
He's not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country is in big trouble.
Can I answer?
Wait a minute. No. You've done a lot of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning. You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of us.
Mr. President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
you haven't been
in this
alone.
cabinet.
You haven't been alone.
In this cabinet.
We gave you, through this stupid president, $350 billion. We gave you military equipment, and your men are brave, but they had to use our military.
What about
if you didn't have our military equipment, if you didn't have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3 days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this.
Again,
I tell you,
just say thank you.
I said a lot of times,
that there,
accept
that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
but you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's very important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the cards. You're buried there. Your people are dying. You're running low on soldiers. Listen, you're running low on soldiers. It would be a damn good thing. And then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
With guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't with me. That wasn't with me. That was with a guy named Biden, who was not a smart person. That was with Obama.
It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
Introducing the all-new Chevy Equinox, starting under $30,000. And the all-electric Equinox EV, America's most affordable EV with a 315-plus mile range. Quality you expect and a dealer right down the street. It's your life, your choice.
Yo, this was the craziest thing I ever seen in my life. And again, I think this is something that should have been done behind closed doors. I believe Trump and Vance and them did this on purpose to, get on TV and, oh, we want to show the American people. Well, it's kind of tacky. Aren't you world leaders? So is this what you're going to do with all world leaders to come to your office? You going to broadcast it out to everybody? Yeah, it was a shit show. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And Trump and them, they did this on purpose. And Zelensky, let's be real. Like I said, he don't deserve any more money. I mean, how much more money are you going to give this man, and he's going to sit there and continue to lose? The American media is the one in the very beginning that tried to say he was winning. Y'all remember that? Oh, they're winning. A small country, but they're winning. And these people were never winning. They were never winning. It was a publicity stunt. Rosalind, it was. And I think this was very juvenile. This was not grown at all. And not to mention the fact that, again, the money would have been better served if they would have gave it to us in reparations than pouring it all into a losing country. So at the end of the day, from what I'm reading in the article, Donald Trump threw this man out of his office. He threw him out. So there was never any peace deal done. But the way they were going at it, I knew there was not going to be a peace deal done. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. So what was this all for at the end of the day? What was it all for? I mean, damn. So much for rolling out the carpet. Haven't heard much from, I saw a little bit of foreign news, and most of the news is siding with Zelensky on this whole thing. Most of the, if you look at the worldwide news, most of it is not siding with Donald Trump. They're siding with Zelensky. And I think that's why it should have been behind closed doors, because you had JD Vance and Trump ganging up on him on national TV. And that's how people are going to see it. But at the end of the day, y'all gave your money to a bunch of Nazis. That's what America did. You can't ever change or fix that. You can't change it. You can't fix it. You gave your money to a bunch of Nazis. And then you got Elon slapping his chest and doing Nazi salutes. I mean, and y'all keep him around too. This is why I have been saying for many years, these people are terrible leaders. They have never been good leaders. That's why I laugh to myself when they talk about this country won't be right unless it's ran by white men and all this stuff. Yeah, it has been ran by y'all for 400 years. And for 400 years, it's been a big disaster. And it's going to continue to be one. You are not leaders. I think it is very clear to the entire planet. Y'all were never meant to lead. You weren't. You made a disgrace of this planet is in horrible shape. I don't care where you go. There's no peace on earth. You can't find a single spot on this earth that's peaceful since y'all been in charge. And it's going to continue to be this way. That's all you're going to see is just bickering back and forth, war and everything else. And see, that's the thing, y'all. If war jumps off, then they're the first ones that want everybody involved, even people that don't have nothing to do with the war. They want to get you involved. You are not leaders. You are not leaders. What we saw today was not leadership at all. Yeah, well, he wanted more aid. And if you remember, before Biden left, he was trying to see if they could send American troops. Do you remember that? No, it should be no American troops going over there. No, no, because all they'll do is send our men over there. Nah, It should be no troops going over there at all. Yeah. And every time he came to the White House when Biden was there, he was leaving with a fistful of money. He was getting billions of dollars every time he showed up. Nah. But like I said, say the word reparations, all of a sudden it's no money and it's going to divide the country. It's going to divide everything. But this ain't going to divide everything. This right here ain't going to divide nothing, right? But us having reparations will. If y'all don't go somewhere and sit down, for real. Mm-hmm. And y'all don't forget, don't feel sorry for either side. Don't forget when those Africans were trying to get out of there when that war started. Y'all remember what happened? They couldn't get out of there. They wouldn't allow them on trains. That's the kind of people you're helping. For real. Dark skinned brother, thank you for the super chat. In the end, they'll probably still find him. They just putting on a show. Oh yeah, they definitely put on one hell of a show today. And dark skinned brother, thank you again for another super chat. I remember you saying, Lisa, that the country is ran by wicked children, and we definitely saw grown ass men acting like kids. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. No, Donald Trump ain't no he's no peacemaker. Come on. This unruly ass man ain't no peacemaker. Please. Please look at all the upheaval he's causing by firing a bunch of people, y'all. He didn't even come into office peaceful. All we have is a bunch of demons sitting around getting mad at each other. Okay. And whose gain is that? I mean, let's face it, y'all. None of the men that you saw, Vance, Trump, Zelensky, none of these people will ever make this world a better place. None of them ever will. They've had their chance to make this a better place, and they have failed every single century. They have failed. And they are not the ones to make this planet a better place. They are not the ones that are going to take us to the next level. They're not the ones that are going to clean up all the violence and hate and everything on this earth. It's not these people, man. It's not them. They're not the one. Yeah, Susie Wiles, yeah, she definitely lost control because no matter how hard she tries, Elon is still in that Oval Office with Donald Trump. Mhm. Yeah, well, yeah, there's no peace coming from any of these people. And even if you sign a peace deal, how long is that going to last? How long is it going to last? It won't last. It won't. Mhm. Yeah, I mean, everybody is too corrupt to make a peace deal. But yeah, but like I said, he worked out a deal with Putin, but I noticed he did not broadcast that all over the TV and let the whole world hear what him and Putin said. So you can see what side Donald Trump is on. He is definitely a Putin lapdog. He was the first time he's in office, and he is still a Putin lapdog even to this very day. That's what Donald Trump is. He's a lapdog. Mhm. Y'all remember the first time Donald Trump was in office and they had to chase him around for his taxes? He didn't want to show none of his tax returns. They had to chase him down for 4 years and he still didn't show it. He still didn't show it. Mhm. Y'all, nobody's going to ever look at America the same. I think America lost a lot of credibility on the world stage today. If there was some, it's gone now. It's gone now. So now you're going to have a very divided world. You're going to have a whole bunch of people siding with Zelensky. He's going to get the sympathy when he gets back over there to Europe, which he's probably already there. I mean, this was hours ago. And right now, I haven't heard one country siding with Donald Trump. They're all siding with Zelensky, including Canada. Well, Canada was already mad at the US and Mexico too. And by the way, those tariffs will be going into effect, I believe, this coming Tuesday, that he put on Canada and Mexico this coming Tuesday. So get ready for higher prices. Mm-hmm. You know what? I'm kind of glad, because this is just more of America collapsing on the world stage, and that's exactly what we want. America collapsing on the world stage. Yes, bring it. Bring more. Mhm. Yeah, nobody's gonna trust America to do no peace deals. I can tell you that right now. It ain't gonna happen ever again. If peace deals need to be made, America is not gonna be included, y'all. They're not gonna be included in any peace talks anywhere on this planet. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I saw the beginning when he rolled up to the White House, and as soon as he got out the car, Donald Trump said, "Oh, he came dressed," like mocking the way the man was dressed. But I was like, well, you let Elon come in there with caps on his head and t-shirts, and you know, and he's never dressed appropriately, and you allow it. Even when they had the cabinet meeting this past Wednesday, Elon was not dressed appropriately. He had on the same t-shirt, tired looking hat. The man is a billionaire and he dresses like a bum. He doesn't dress like a billionaire. That's what he don't do. And hold on, True Royal, I'm going to send you the link now. Okay, I just sent it. You should see it in your email. Mhm. Well, I mean, it's history repeating itself, right? U.S. have never done an honest treaty. They break every single treaty. And what about our 40 acres and a mule? That was broken too. You can't count on this country to come out honest and clean on anything. Come on. Hey, Elon looked like he rolls out of bed, puts clothes on, and just keep it moving. That's what he looks like. Oh yeah, you're right. He probably told Zelensky, "Yeah, I'll drag him on TV," and that's what he did. But that's not the point. I just think that this whole thing made America look so bad. Do you know the World Cup is going to be in New Jersey this year? I mean, what, 2026, I think? Yeah, it's going to be in East Rutherford at the MetLife Stadium. That's where the World Cup is going to be, in New Jersey. How you doing, True Royal? True Royal?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
I just wanted to jump on here real quick. I'm doing fine. What I wanted to share with y'all was I was a bit. Yeah, can you hear me, Lisa?
I can hear you.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, excuse me. I didn't mute that part. Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, excuse me. I was a little bit confused at what um this meeting was supposed to be about. I thought at first it was supposed to be about Lewinsky giving up a percentage of their minerals in their country, right? Because, Trump is demanding to get that money back. Well, Lewinsky wanted some guarantees.
Zelensky.
And Zelensky, excuse me.
Zelensky.
And what I found,
put a Z on there. Zelensky.
Zelensky.
Right.
That's a tongue twister. Say that 10 times real fast. No. And what I found out was Congress had approved for him to get the Ukraine to get 177 billion, and out of that he has only received 76 billion, and this pig want the remainder of that money. I'm like, wow, that's arrogant. You don't need no more damn money. You don't need no more damn money. Ain't that crazy?
No, he didn't. No, he definitely don't need any money. But I think this was not something that should have been out in the public.
Yeah. So that
it made America look bad.
Yeah, it did. Like I keep saying, Trump doesn't have any tact, any diplomacy. J.D. Vance, how I looked at it was, you was looking at an ass kicker, an ass kisser, a liar, and a beggar. That's how I framed it. But the other part of it, was when you attack a man, he's left no other choice but to defend himself or just get browbeated, at all. But every time he come up here, he always walk away with a bag. Did he really think that Trump was going to give him the remainder of that money? So even though Congress put a package together and said they approved for $177 billion, he want the remainder of that money. That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Still, at the end of the day, you fight behind closed doors, and then you come out with a united front. That's usually how they do it. They may not even stand each other, but you want your country to look strong. And Trump is the most hated man on the planet.
And he's going to be even more hated.
And it frightened Trump. And it frightened Trump when he said something is going to come at his ass eventually. And we all know it. This stuff doesn't last. History is repeating itself. It's a trip to be in this space, in this time. You read about these things in a book about empires collapsing and all. We are living it in real time. I've been going back studying the history of what happened to Mussolini, what really happened to Hitler and all, and they did the same damn thing. Put tariffs on different countries, all kind of stuff they did. Tax the hell out of the folks and all. Just tried to just suck the country dry. This ain't nothing new. It's foolish. And Trump, you can't disagree with him at all, or you just gonna get clowned. And he don't care where he do it at. It's a bad look. It's a bad look. Yeah. No, we ought to look at it. Nobody's hands is clean.
Hell no. I mean, look, I was looking at some of the international news, and they are all siding with Zelensky. Yeah. I mean, and Donald Trump, I mean, they're going to show their disdain for Donald Trump because Donald Trump, he always talks in a threatening way when he addressed these other countries, and they don't like it. They don't like it. And he doesn't know how to even talk to other world leaders. I mean, look at how he came in office, told Canada, you want to be the 51st state. I mean, come on. Nobody is thinking about stuff like that. When they voted for Donald Trump, they wanted him to do something about the inflation. They wanted him to, make things better, undo some of the policies of Joe Biden that people didn't like. But he came in here talking about tariffs on everybody, and he actually made prices worse. The prices have not gotten better since he took office. It got worse. It's gradually getting worse.
Yeah, because really the most effective thing that has happened since he has stepped in office was our folks out here not shopping at these major stores anymore. I think that's a much bigger news than anything. It's showing the power that the people have.
Right, and we won't go out there protesting anymore. I love that. I love that our people are staying out of the street.
But what I really like about what they're doing is I like how well organized they have this. This is not just for one day we're gonna not got a whole plan for the whole year. How they gonna make these companies bow down because they at the end of the day all they see is the color green.
Yeah.
I like this to merge over into these damn grocery stores.
Yeah, well, Trump got horrible social skills. You could not expect anything better than what you saw. He got horrible social skills.
He don't even try. He don't even try. He's so wrapped up in his own shit that he just always on attack mode. See, a person like that, when they're always like that, they are inadequate. That's what you're looking at. You're looking at somebody that is very insecure and don't feel good about himself. So that's why he's constantly firing people. Like I said, the whole time he gonna be in office, somebody gonna get fired. That's how he gonna get down. He don't care.
It's gonna be mass firings the entire time. That's why he had that meeting on Wednesday with his cabinet. That was going over how to effectively mass fire people. That's all they. You notice job creation has not come out of his mouth yet, and it's already showing that unemployment is skyrocketing in the country now since he took office. It's not only federal employees are getting the most publicity right now, but even people out here in the public, they're getting, it's a lot of layoffs going on even in the public. So right now, y'all, unemployment is going through the roof. It's bad.
It is. And it really is. I ain't never seen nothing like it before. And I'm telling you, these white folks is having, I ain't never ever seen this in my life. These white folks is having meltdowns, and them town hall meetings is getting more and more out of control. And all you see is a room full of white folks, and they're pissed. They do not want to hear none of this mess. None of it. I mean, I'm telling you, these people are regretting that they put that demon in office.
But this is their fault.
And
it's their fault, though.
It sure is.
It is their fault. And the same ones that are getting laid off are telling you, I voted for Donald Trump. Now I'm losing my job. I'm sorry. I don't feel bad for you. Just like these farmers. They took USAID away. You know who was benefiting the most from that, y'all? White farmers. White farmers. They were the only ones really benefiting big from USAID. I'm just telling y'all. They all these. All of these firings. What did they think? They weren't going to be impacted by it. They're going to be the most impacted by it.
Well, I noticed the things that they don't talk about outwardly, the major mistakes that they've been making, firing folks and then asking them to come back. And that ain't even cool, because once they get what they want out of you, they're going to fire you a second round.
Right. And most of them, they can't even get back. They can't even get these folks back. And they talking about, because I saw an article just today, how devastating it is for their nuclear safety team not to be there now.
Mm-hmm.
You know how vulnerable the country is? You had a team together that knew how to use your nukes, and you decided to let them go. You decided to let the FAA workers and many air traffic controllers go on, and we see plane crashes every day now. It's reckless what they're doing.
Yeah, it's way out of control.
The gold. Yeah, I heard about Donald Trump ranting about some gold in Fort Knox. I mean, they want to get their hands on
Yeah, I pay
everything.
attention. Yeah, that's just outright greed, Lisa.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So Trump pretty much dismissed Zelensky from his office. So they parted ways, angry, and no deal was signed. Mm-mm-mm. I don't feel you. How do you feel safe with these people running things? The world is never going to be safe. Ain't no gold in Fort Knox. If there were, they already cleaned it out. these folks already cleaned it out long ago. Mm-mm-mm. Wow. The gold's been gone. You're right. It has. It's been gone. You're absolutely right. Mm-hmm. No, I mean, if peace talks are done, it would have to be done by somebody else, not Donald Trump. That's all I'm saying. Not Donald Trump. Mm-mm-mm. True Royal?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I've been having compute issues. Just letting y'all folks know, retrograde is here. It's staging right now. So it's going to stage for the next 3 weeks. So it's going to last for a little over 6 weeks. All the I keep saying Mercury in retrograde hits, people have arguments out of nowhere. Communication becomes an issue. Things are not what it seems. And this is a prime example of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta put our trust in the Most High. I mean, even though it's terrible what's going on, Lisa, I don't feel any fear. I feel comfortable. I don't know why I feel so comfortable.
Because it's not our issue. It's not our issue. I mean, think about it.
Mm-hmm.
We have not started one war up in this place. Every single war that got started, it got started with people that look just like Donald Trump and Zelensky. Okay. Those are your people that are always starting the upheaval all over the damn planet. It's not our people doing that. So, as far as the war part of it, we don't have no connection with it. Unfortunately, our people are in the military and get caught up in the mess, but we don't start it. We don't start
You
this
know what,
mess.
Lisa? They were showing some videos where Trump was saying that he's such a good in a war in like at one meeting. That's how good he's going to negotiate things. Who was we looking at?
He sound like a child when he talks. This man sounds like a big baby. And like I said, everything that comes out of Donald Trump's mouth is always threatening when he's dealing with any type of country that's always been an ally to the U.S. Donald Trump talked to them like they're enemies. Look at what he did to Canada and Mexico. And they're supposed to be allies to the U.S. And look at how he talked to them.
Well, he acts like he's the president of the world. He didn't declare himself. He didn't declare himself king. You know, he said he's chosen.
Yeah, chosen by Satan.
Yeah,
head demon.
And you know, and what gets me is how these people want to break their neck and work for him and be loyal to him, and they end up ruining their lives, going to jail. They get in a world of hurts dealing with Trump.
You remember that Sean Spicer, who used to be his
press secretary?
Yeah. Do you remember? He said when he left, he couldn't get a job anywhere.
I remember.
When he left Donald Trump's administration, he could not get hired anywhere. Yeah, the king wears diapers and bobby pins.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that imprint of that diaper when he was sitting there with his he got some big fat legs. I said, look at his big old behind. Big old slob.
Yep, that's what he is.
Ooh, I know Lewinsky is pissed with Trump. But him blurting out what he said, that lets you know a lot of people behind the scenes in these different countries is talking a lot of stuff about Trump. They do not like him.
No, they absolutely don't.
And this is a prime example why. It ain't gonna be. Or what I was gonna add, Lisa, I remember we was talking about it. It ain't gonna be I said what's gonna happen next is this is this, you know, it's coming close where people go on their vacations and stuff. It's gonna hit hospitality next. These hotels ain't gonna get filled. People ain't gonna be coming out here to visit America because America is too unstable. They'll take their dollars elsewhere. So that industry is gonna get hit hard in the next few months.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't know how much you heard, but they're going to be having the World Cup in New Jersey in 2026, and the World Cup is a big deal.
Yeah, that sure is.
Going to be here, and I said, I wonder if everybody's going to come or some countries are going to boycott coming here. You can easily have a worldwide boycott where nobody comes to America.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with True Royal on the tourism. Yeah, you want to see a major drop in tourism.
Yeah. Yeah, and the Olympics gonna be I had a premonition. I'm glad somebody brought that up about the Olympics. I had a premonition the other night, Lisa, about the Olympics. I said, I wonder would this bastard be ornery enough and say we can't have the Olympics, because it has happened, but it was for legitimate reasons that the Americans couldn't go to other countries because their country was too unstable. But with having all those fires down there, as I speak, they need to be getting rid of all of that debris. There's more venues they got to build. They got to put together an Olympic village. It's a lot of work, and people buy those tickets way in advance. So LA, California is depending on making their money in this area. I don't think this is going to go off too smooth. I could be wrong, but we'll see when we get to that point.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So boy, did he get I mean, one thing I can say, remember how boring it was when Biden was in office? Soon as this demon stepped right back in there, he went right back to his antics. It's been popping every
To me,
it's
he
been
got
popping
worse.
every day. Every
He
day
got
is
worse,
something.
far worse.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, every day. Don't you have a day where you just chill? When I watched that documentary last night, Unfit, it's on YouTube about Trump. Trump is so disgusting. When he out there playing golf, he cheats. All he do is cheat. He even played with Tiger Woods. He was cheating with him. It's like he tries to be the best and the better at everything. And they said he even take his golf cart and he got it where the maximum speed on it is 15 miles per hour. His go 30. Everything is about I'm the best, I'm the first, I'm gonna win at everything. That's ridiculous to be like that.
Well, you can't be the best if you cheat. Okay. So if you're cheating, you already know you're not the best. The best don't cheat.
Now, didn't you hear anything about his wife coming to is she supposed to be coming to DC?
Yeah, and they said, and most people said, who the hell cares?
Yeah. She ain't no first lady.
She didn't even want to be first lady when he was in office the first time. Looking at her, she looked like she was going to the dentist getting teeth pulled. She didn't even enjoy it.
What got me was when he left office the first round, she had the nerves to be asking for some money. I said, you didn't even do nothing. You wasn't really up there trying to be a first lady. You know, she wasn't sleeping in that White House. She had bought her a home somewhere else.
Well, her mom and dad was in DC back then. They moved to DC, and they said she was spending most of her time over there at their home that they bought in DC.
Gotta let Trim win or he'll throw a temper tantrum.
Yeah, he might shit that diaper.
So you know what? A person like that, that's why I was saying, that's why Trump don't have friends. He's so busy trying to out-talk somebody, outdo someone. He can't even just chill. Everything got to be competitive. People like that usually die of a massive heart attack out of nowhere. They just hit their ass.
And then when have you ever seen a vice president sitting in on talks like that and doing what J.D. Vance did?
I ain't never seen it ever in my life.
I never said that. Should have been a talk between two world leaders, and that's it.
Yes. There's a whole way that you do things. Do you think they set him up for that?
Yes. Yes. I mean, you think about it. Usually, if you're in any type of talks with world leaders, you don't have the press there.
That's
Donald
true.
Trump had the press there. You would have thought that was an episode of Jerry Springer, the way that him and J.D. Vance were acting.
Yeah, because that
looked more like Jerry Springer to me.
Yeah, because I was trying to figure out why is all those people in the room, and then because I was thinking, oh, maybe they already had their meeting. They just come out and talk to the press.
No,
they're gonna have the meeting. They're gonna have a meeting right there in the open. There might be some real sensitive matters they need to talk about.
That was the meeting.
That is tacky. That is straight up tacky. So for somebody to call themselves this real fantastic businessman, Trump is tacky. If you give him the slightest impression that you're not agreeing with him, he goes completely off. They were questioning him.
Zelensky had a problem with the deal because if you remember, Trump had already met with Putin.
Yes, he did. Yeah, that's true.
He said he should have been there. When Trump had Putin in front of him, Zelensky said, I should have been there. And I agree with that.
Yeah, because
you don't hammer out no deal with one side and then come to the other side and say you either sign it or go to hell. That's not how you do a deal. That's how he's trying to do a deal with Zelensky.
Well, then that tells you, Trump can't think much for himself. Putin told him to do that. Shit, Putin can tell him to lick his boots. He would do it.
On camera.
Yeah, because he act like a damn puppy when he around him. I don't even recognize Trump when he get around Putin, and then he don't even recognize Putin laughing right in his face. Putin don't like Trump.
Hell no. They said they put nudes of Melania on state Russian TV when he was running for office.
And he just choose to ignore it, huh? He know that stuff is going on.
Yeah, he knows. But like I said, this is classic Donald Trump, y'all. This is classic Donald Trump. That's why he didn't want to sign that deal, because him and Putin decided what's going to be in the deal, and Zelensky had no say in it. So now Donald Trump's trying to push the deal in his face, and like, you either sign it or start World War III.
Wow.
That's how he's presenting it to Zelensky.
What a shame.
It would have been better off bringing them together and just fight out how they want it done until you got a deal. That's usually how it's done.
Well, then what he's going to do.
No side is going to agree with everything.
No, they're not. And what he's going to do is he just going to throw it right back in his face and blame him and say, see, I tried to reason with him and see what he did. He disrespect me. So I just had to. Boy, he's so petty. That's just straight petty. Petty on purpose.
So the deal falls through. It's Zelensky's fault, not Donald Trump's fault, which is really, truly Donald Trump's fault. Okay, but he's going to make it look like it's Zelensky. But the bottom line is, LVZ, you want to come on? Hold on. I'm going to send you the link. Hold on 1 second.
But see, what Lewinsky failed to understand is he wanted some guarantees from Trump, plus the remainder of that money that Congress had approved, and that ain't about to happen.
Well, see, that's Joe Biden's fault. Joe Biden gave way too much money. I just sent the link, LVZ. That's Joe Biden's fault. Joe Biden gave way too much money to Zelensky. He gave way too much money for Ukraine. Not only did he give them too much money, he brought them people over here on top of that. So now Donald Trump is trying to get them out of here too. He's trying to get these Ukrainians out. That's why you heard about them saying, oh, if the black men would marry the Ukrainian women, they'll give them $15,000. That's why all that mess came up, because Donald Trump is trying to get their asses the hell up on out of here too.
Gonna fall for the okie doke. You're gonna find out that you can't
don't get involved with them women. If you're a woman, don't get in our community, don't get involved with their men. Leave them Ukrainians alone, for real.
Yeah, we need to mind our damn business, and we've been pretty good at it. After Trump was voted back into office.
Yeah. How you doing, LVZ?
I'm doing good. I was asking, could I put the LVZ no buck dancing link in, so people knew where to find me. But I said, nah, let me come up real quick, because I am live. I was just talking about this earlier. I actually caught it. I caught it on the news, right? And what messed me up, I was like, hold up, they trying to jump them.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. Like my male instinct, the first thing I said, they trying to jump him. So I saw him go like, he was trying to be nice and let Trump say a bunch of bullshit. You think you're a tough guy. You're supposed to be a tough guy, but you're not a tough guy. We made sure you're a tough guy. I was like, hold up, Slim. You didn't give him nothing.
Right.
That was Joe Biden.
It sure was.
You didn't do anything. They were supposed to, let's be honest, y'all. Russia was supposed to walk in there and take them over in a day. That's what we all thought, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's 3 years later. This the longest damn day it's ever been.
Mm-hmm.
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 So basically, what it is Trump reneged on their treaty because just like Japan, Ukraine gave up their nuclear weapons and their ability to have a military in exchange for basically guarantees that the United States would issue them their weapons and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That was part of what they wanted to do to break up the Soviet Union. So they reneged on the deal. Russia reneged. Putin took advantage of it. And Zelensky fought.
Yeah.
He fought for his people. The people there fought.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But Donald Trump got elected. And basically, they trying to renege on all deals. Basically, what this going to do is now the European allies going to start trying to figure out how to invest other ways. The dollar going to go down. It's going to be some serious shit behind this.
Yeah, it is.
Y'all,
LVZ, before you came on, that's why I said this is going to have worldwide implications on the U.S.
Yes, I'm about to say y'all
coming that y'all don't even know yet.
No, right now, because I'm looking at the comment section right now, and y'all sounding real childish. All I know is this: I don't have a passport, and I'm not getting one because I understand right now what just happened. You're not gonna be able to go many places, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna tell you like that. At least not comfortably.
No, there's going to be a lot of people, a lot of countries that are going to be turning on Americans. And it's not because you did anything, it's Donald Trump they don't like.
It's because it's Donald Trump. They're going to just assume you voted for the dumb motherfucker.
Yeah, because they know by our accent we from America, so you have that stigma on you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you.
The hatred of Trump.
I see a lot of people bragging about this what I voted for. I said, for real?
Mm-hmm.
I said, I hope you ain't vote for this because you gonna get what you think you. Boy.
Yeah,
see,
right.
It ain't affected their immediate situation. LVZ, they still getting their little paycheck and can do their little things. Soon as it hit them between the legs, I done seen enough videos out there where folks is bragging, and that's what you gonna get, and then a week or two later, I lost my job. I mean, literally. I mean, I can't keep up with all them damn videos. I never seen so much crying in my life.
The chat room with the we already hated. No, we hated in Iran, Iraq, places you don't really want to go.
Mm-hmm.
You've never been hated in Europe.
At least not yet.
At least not yet.
Yeah, because the way that
for the people who like to travel internationally, at least not yet. You bet. Look, I don't, like I say, I have never wanted to go to any of these places. I never really cared for any of these countries, but I do understand geopolitical politics. I do understand that there are agreements, trades, treaties, and negotiations that are made between these nations.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that you travel through. Look, all I need to say is this: we live here in America. What happened when Iranians start blowing up planes? When Arabs start blowing up planes, they got a worldwide stigma.
Mm-hmm. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's true.
And it took forever for them to try to ban the terrorists off. It took them forever. Mm-hmm. This only came for people who don't know. Iranians being terrorists didn't start. I mean, I keep saying Iranians. Arabs being terrorists didn't start until maybe the mid 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
When they started blowing up 72, the Munich thing during the Olympics, of course.
Yes.
Then some hijack planes. That's when they started getting that worldwide stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the regular Arab, everywhere they went, hey, you a terrorist. I ain't get your terrorists. Get out of here. It's just what it was. And we about to get some Indian giver, racist. Well, not the black people, of course. They ain't gonna think you that. But most people that lead the country, they're gonna get racist. They love a sexual abuser. They go Indian giver. He's a treasonous.
Yeah, or
Putin
you voted for a convicted felon. I've heard that already from people overseas.
Well, I'm watching their news. It done got worse, y'all. It done got worse.
Yeah, this country is a laughing stock.
Yeah, that don't look good.
And now you got the president up there arguing and screaming with somebody, and he think he didn't accomplish something because he called himself put somebody in their place.
The funniest part to me was John Elway's boyfriend. I mean, Marjorie Taylor Greene's boyfriend. I swear that woman looked like John Elway. Anyway.
Yeah.
Marjorie Taylor Greene boyfriend gonna ask me, when you gonna put on a suit? His country been getting bombed since the last 3 years.
Wait. LVZ. Elon don't put on no suit.
Right.
And Donald Trump have him around all the time.
I was like, what? Serious? Serious?
Elon was just in his Oval Office with look, they had a meeting about mass firings on Wednesday. Elon was there with a cap on his head and a t-shirt with a suit jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he don't even have a suit on. Donald Trump says absolutely nothing.
That's his tweaker outfit.
Man, Elon, I know this much.
Mm-hmm.
No, go ahead.
I was saying Elon wear that stuff for weeks. That's what tweakers do.
Right, that's what I'm about to say. I know this much. I ain't never seen Elon Musk without the same pair of black jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
And it's black. Sometimes be having white stains like he slobbed on himself or something.
Yeah.
Because I believe he have those drooling spells because they say he on the spectrum.
Yeah, he is.
So I don't believe he on the spectrum. I think he just like I think that boy
Elon get high every damn day.
He's a little touch.
Mm-hmm. But he's supposed to be this genius. I'll be damned.
Yeah, well, them folks also say they got high IQs too. I have questions. Okay. I ain't buying none of it.
We seen the high IQs. Oh Lord, there you go, LVZ. You got them down to the science.
Okay. First thing, I let her know. All you have to say is, "Hey, Elon," and I'll fix it. He just gave himself $400 million. Guess what he did? Yes, he just took the contract for air traffic controller from Comcast and gave it to Starlink. And watch the shit don't work. I'm not catching a plane nowhere, y'all. You'll be a damn fool to do it.
You ain't never lie. You ain't
You
never
be
lie.
you be safer riding a bike on the highway than catching one of them planes.
Yep, you ain't never lie.
What a shame.
That is the truth. That is the
I'm telling
truth.
you, that Starlink is not gonna work, y'all. Listen to me. It's not gonna work.
You know, you're telling the truth. It's not. You know, Elon can't even launch a decent rocket.
Exactly. That old cheap ass rocket he got. It don't even go to space. That jump is dumb. It go to Texas.
Yeah, and you know that last explosion I was telling True Royal, the last one, not only did the debris come down on the ground here, it went all the way over to Trinidad. They had debris from that rocket.
Right.
It goes everywhere.
You know what the dumb motherfucker said? Don't worry. No one was in it. So you just shooting up naked rockets, blowing them up in the air.
What makes it worse, LVZ, and see, you know, several of those departments that he's shutting down and laying off people, he was under investigation.
I know.
And he was under investigation with the Pentagon because he was doing a bunch of unauthorized rocket launches. And they said he's got to get authorization before he launches anything. And Elon has been bypassing all of that. You know how dangerous that is? You got planes in the sky all day long, helicopters, all kinds of stuff up there. And he's doing these random launches and don't have a concern in the world of who it could possibly kill.
Because the Peckerwood done told them and convinced him that he is really Tony Stark from the cartoon. He is really Iron Man. Y'all, the last thing we need is a retarded Iron Man. Nobody needs a mentally disabled Avenger. No disrespect to Handyman. But let's be honest, man. If Elon Musk had an Iron Man suit, this idiot he'd just blow up stuff for nothing.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why he was under investigation with the Pentagon. He was also under investigation with the U.S. Labor Department over those hanging nooses up up at the Tesla plant and the N-word being used. He was being investigated by the U.S. Department of Labor. You got to really look, and True Royal has called this out before too. You got to really look at these departments where he's letting people go. Every single one, he's got some kind of investigation he's under.
Yeah, y'all. The only people I'm not concerned about who lost their job was the Trump supporter. I was just talking about this when y'all went live. I was talking about the white Trump supporter lady who can't have a baby. She said, I'm infertile. Yes, because you white. Of course you can't have no baby. You white. You can't have no baby. Anyway.
LVZ, did you see that video Lisa put up yesterday? Somebody wants to have Elon's baby. Do you know about that one?
I saw.
That woman is from where LVZ is from. She's around.
No, she ain't from where I'm from. She from Baltimore. She ain't from DC.
Oh,
she from Baltimore.
Well, she ain't that
but
far
she
away.
is in the DMV. She in the DMV. But that cum catcher used to be a stripper who, rest in peace, LB. He used to do videos clowning her all the time. She tried to run for office. Ain't nobody fucking with her. She just doing that for attention.
Well, she want to have one. They call it his children rocket babies.
Auntie, I could care less. But look, watch this white lady. Listen, She can't have no babies. So she voted for Trump because he was for, what is it called? IFV or whatever.
IVF.
It's That's what it's called. That's what it's called. It's some type of, auntie, it's some type of fertilization where she can have a baby. Trump
Yeah.
said somewhere on campaign, I'm gonna make it free. All the women can have the IVF. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make it free. So she said she believed that because Trump said that, she went in, she voted for Trump. She said that she realized that in doing this, some people could have got some of this stuff taken away. What she didn't realize was, yeah, bitch, she got fired, and Trump ain't do nothing about no IVF. He fired her because she was a DEI and she was part of the Elon Musk, and she was part of the Elon Musk Doge cuts. So she got fired in the middle of the night. And now she come on the black. Look, then she gonna come on the black lady show on CNN, crying, talking about I got fired, but I wanted to be a mom. And no, so you can have a little another talk about she wanted to be a mom. And motherfuckers talk about they feel, I don't feel so. I don't want her to be a mom, so she can have another little cross burner. Don't nobody need that. We ain't need, look, if she had her way, she'd have voted for Trump, got that IVF, and raised her another little Richard Spencer or Nick Fuentes. That's not what we need. I'm glad she got fired, and they need to fire some more. That's the only good thing that's coming out there. And I hope they don't get their job back.
I don't think any of them are going to get their jobs back, LVZ.
Well, no, you see, they looking for the bird flu people. They done realize, hold up.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I like chicken casserole. We need the bird flu man. They realize white folk eat chicken too. So they went and got the bird flu man. They looking for the bird flu son. We sorry, we give you a raise. Come back. Bird flu man told them go fuck theyself. My bad. I'm sorry. Told them go piss off.
Some of them folks ain't gonna be taking them type of chances. You come back, work for a few months, and get fired again.
No, and look at how many times they fired people and called them back. It was the nuclear safety team. Now it's the FAA and the USDA, the people that were researching bird flu. You fired all of them, and now you screaming for them to come back.
Right. They're like, nah, we want to raise you, punk bitch. Give me a raise. They call Elon a punk bitch, Lisa. Please, I'll give you what you want. Just come back. Nah. Cause see, you tried to play me. They tried to fire the nuclear guy. He was a black guy.
Yeah, I saw one black guy. He said he was going back, but he was going to continue to look for work elsewhere.
Yeah. They was nuclear scientists. He's black. He doesn't know. He's the only guy that knows.
Yeah, the way they coming up on them folks, they coming in them offices like John Wayne. Get out. I mean, I'm like, why are they treating people like that? That's wrong. Just get out.
That's how Elon did it. When Elon took over X, that's exactly what he did. He took over X and immediately went in there and started letting a whole bunch of people go. That's what he does. And they don't care. They don't care who they fire and who they let go. They don't care. They do not care.
No. She costs money. She doesn't do it. The nerve of somebody who doesn't really work telling you that your job ain't for real.
Right. And the letters they're giving out are saying they're letting them go for performance issues. And I said, because I was a boss and I know why they're doing that. They're doing that so they can't collect unemployment. That's what that whole thing is. Oh, you weren't up to speed on your job. You got fired.
That's wrong.
It is wrong, but you know, Elon got a lot of nerve. This man, it's almost like everywhere he shows up, he's got to start some shit. That's the kind of person he is.
Y'all want to laugh real quick?
Yeah.
Do y'all want to laugh? Honestly. All right, y'all. This has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Y'all gonna laugh though. So the other day, right? I wake up, I look around, and I look at the TV just coincidentally. And I say, oh shit, Lex Luthor died. And Jabari was like, Lex Luthor, that's Gene Hackman. He played Lex Luthor in those Superman. So he like, yeah. I said, his wife and his dog died. Oh, he was off that hawk. And that's what I said, right? So Jabari busts out laughing like that. They said they don't suspect foul play. I said, son, who dies? Then their wife died and the dog died. That's not gonna happen.
Right.
I said, this news line. I said, so turn on the local news. That's why I love my local NBC affiliate in DC. Shouts out to Channel 4 WRC. They tell the truth. So my son is eating. And they said it wasn't foul play, but now they're changing it to suspicious. They say that Gene Hackman died with his wife and the dog in the kennel. And it said that pill bottles were found all over the place. I said, now that sounds about right. Jabari choking on curry chicken. I said, son, what I tell you? He was on that
You're wrong.
Right, y'all, they trying to say, do y'all realize that the news is trying to get you to go with he died and his wife died and the dog died in the cage? No, the dog was high as Cuda.
Bougie Barbie, you didn't hear about Gene Hackman and his wife and dog dying? Yeah, and they did
literally
come out and say there was no foul play, and I was like, okay, that seems very strange.
This was totally natural, huh? No, that's not. That never happened.
Right.
Hey, baby, let's lay down and go to sleep and die together. Sounds like a great idea, Gene. Hey, Snoopy. Hey, Snoopy, get in your cage and lay next to me.
Shoot. No.
Y'all is full of shit.
No, you should get that scenario with black folks. Your mate say that, you're gonna get up and walk off and lead them to themselves. And take take your pet with you.
Yeah, they know that's foul play. I mean, come on. They know it is.
Come on, y'all. Man, come on. I told y'all were gonna laugh. And look, I've been dying. I said, why do they keep acting like they surprised? They like, I mean, it's no foul play. He died. Actor Gene Hackman of Hoosiers. It's so tragic. He died. His wife died, and the dog too. Natural causes. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? What is going on?
Yeah, we know darn well that ain't no natural causes.
Oh no,
man! That man was full of more dope than a medicine cabinet, y'all.
Both of them. I think both him and his wife. Yeah.
They did say they seen found a bottle of pills all over the floor.
All over the floor. Yeah.
All over the floor, Auntie. All over the floor, Auntie. All over the floor, Auntie. They were so high that the paramedics ain't moved the body till 3 days later. They didn't want to get nothing. They got high touching them.
They gotta put on some Tyvek suits.
Right. They said they've been in there for days. Yeah, I know. Gene Hackman. Yeah, that's what happened. Gene Hackman. I ain't that like his ass no way.
I didn't realize
Mississippi burning.
Oh yeah, I heard about Roberta Flack passing. Chris Jasper too. Oh shoot.
Chris
Yeah,
Jasper.
rest in peace.
Yeah, Isley Brothers.
Isley Brothers. I know that's
Brothers.
Oh wow.
Jasper Isley.
Damn.
Jerry Butler. Okay.
So how many brothers is left? They had quite a few Isley
Well,
brothers.
Chris Jasper was a brother-in-law.
Oh,
he was married.
To Isley sisters.
Yeah,
oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
But that's the Caravan of Love, brother.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yes.
You know, with the
That's
big
my man right there.
I like that
That's
music.
my that's my favorite Isley brother. Damn,
he was the brother-in-law. He was married to one of their sisters.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, rest Roberta Flack. She was a teacher at Howard.
Yeah, she was a child prodigy. She was a child
Yes,
prodigy.
was.
I mean, this woman she was filled with talent.
She sure.
I remember back in the day, it was like every song she put out was a hit.
Yeah, they got a real nice documentary about her. I think it's on Netflix. Don't hold me to it, but I watched it short years ago. It was really good.
Nah, she from Carolina. She just went to school up here and lived up here. But she from Carolina.
But yeah,
that's what they used to say back in the day.
The one thing I love was when she was singing, her and Donny Hathaway was singing together. Woo. They put some good music together.
Yeah, and he was pushed from a window.
Yeah, they were saying he was schizophrenic and jumped out that window.
I don't believe he got jumped. I believe he got pushed.
Well, he was saying that he was saying that them folks was after him. He wasn't that out of it.
It's a reason Al Sharpton cooperated with the government to get the mafia out of the record business. People be talking about that. Oh, well, Al Sharpton snitched. I said, and people was like, why don't the black community get him on that? Because he wasn't snitching on no black people. He was snitching against the mafia on behalf of black entertainers. It's not a coincidence that happened.
They hate us, but they want to make money from our talent. You know how it is.
And they'll kill you if you don't play ball. Donny Hathaway, Sam Cooke, they'll kill you if you don't play ball. And that was the thing back then. That's why Al.
My mother had so many Roberta Flack songs. I heard those songs the whole time I was growing up. It was almost like everything she put out, my mother had it.
I remember when those songs was coming out.
They was coming out.
They was coming out back to back.
Messed up.
It was coming out back to back.
Roy Ennis did not punch Al Sharpton. Roy Ennis punched them white supremacists. He pushed Al Sharpton out the jail.
Yeah, he did, and that was the fat Al Sharpton back then. That was fat Al Sharpton.
That was on the Gerardo show. I remember that.
Yep.
That's when he was wearing them sweatsuits.
Yep, but cool as Roy Ennis, y'all. He was beaten. He did put hands on them white supremacists. He was beating them down. Them young boys was getting punched. He choked one of them. Remember, he started it. He choked the first white boy. Yeah, bro. It's just, look, see, y'all, his son, Nigel Ennis, is a big old Sambo too, y'all.
Yeah, he sure is. I ain't seen him in years, LVZ.
Because he probably had an episode like his daddy. Y'all see, some fools come back.
Yeah, and he didn't come back because I ain't seen Niger in years. I can't remember the last time I seen him.
He probably had at least. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I thought of that too. I said he just did. I bet you Sean Hannity said something, and he 3P Sean Hannity. Wop, wop, wop. Dropped him. Boom. Just like his pop.
Wow.
Bap, 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 y'all. Short say, Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
I can see it, y'all.
It was, oh yeah, you're right. It was Morton Downey Jr. You're right.
Yeah.
It
That's where they
was.
pushed him off the pit.
He
It was
was
Morton
old.
Downey.
Yeah. And didn't he die of throat cancer? I think because he was a chain smoker.
So. He was a chain smoker, yeah. And a racist bastard.
Yes, he was.
Remember he cut a swastika in his head and acted like some Nazis jumped him?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
White people are ridiculous. Y'all don't remember that?
Yeah. I remember some white girl did some crazy stuff, saying some black folks kidnapped her, and then she and carved some letters in her face. And
oh yeah,
but
her name was Ashley Todd. Ashley Todd, yeah. And she carved it in the wrong way, and they were able to figure out she was lying.
Yeah, sure did.
Her dumb ass looked in a mirror and carved it backwards.
Yeah. And they knew she was lying.
That tickled me. See, you dumbass.
That she was.
Who is Reggie? Like, who is Reggie? Reggie? Oh, you stupid. I know. Look, no, somebody gonna get it. Somebody gonna get it. But she was walking around.
Geraldo, yeah, I remember the fight that broke out on Geraldo. I remember that. That. And Geraldo, didn't his nose get broken? He got all in
damn right.
And his nose got broken.
Yeah, it did get broken, Lisa. You're right about that. I remember because when he came up, his nose was already big. Then it looked 2 times bigger, and it was all bloody and stuff. It sure did.
Roy
Geraldo, a racist Puerto Rican.
He got called out on that shit, and then he was trying to talk about I got black people in my family. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
I got black people in my family too.
Roy Ennis was whooping them so bad that them white supremacists threw a chair and hit a Geraldo.
Yeah, hit Geraldo.
And the bridge of that joint was perfect.
Yeah, sure
I be looking.
That fight was so bad it made national news. I think you had to be in a closet if you didn't hear about that.
Yeah, that one, and don't forget that other fight with the NBA players where the fans the one that started. That was epic. Ooh, that was epic.
That's what I was about to say. True Roy, I was about to say that. I say I watched that. I don't care. This is just the little sick pleasure I got. I watched that Morton down. I mean that got that Geraldo fight because I saw that as a kid on TV. I watched Brawl in the Palace because I saw that fight live while I was watching the game. That's one of my sick. Oh, and then I watched when Kareem punched Kent Benson with a 2-piece and broke his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that. He elbowed Kareem and broke his ribs, so Kareem hit him with a 2-piece, knocked him out, broke. Knocked them smooth out, y'all. Y'all gotta look at that. Kent Benson, Kareem. That's my sick pleasure. I watch it. I'm like, Then I go to work and I be ready, right?
No, the one. You know the new one you got to add to in your archives when they had that fight when everybody was getting them white chairs. That was epic.
With the chair. Oh, the chairman. No, that's epic. I watched the chairman at lunch.
Yeah, the riverboat fight. That was a fight.
Boy, that
you got to watch that at lunchtime. That's a
Well,
lunchtime fight.
But you know what? You
we
know
wore
what was
that out.
funny, y'all? When we were making them videos laughing, white people were going silent.
Mhm.
They know they took an L that day.
Oh, that was epic. That was the best. And then had the music all piped in with it. Oh my goodness.
No, but the best is this is black people. Auntie, sis, I forgot to tell y'all. Oh, I'm glad y'all brought that up. So I'm at work and I see a truck leaving out from where I work at, a pickup truck. I swear to y'all, with the tent on the back, it had a white chair and it was like established 2020. I was like, oh yeah. No bullshit. A dude had that up here on his truck. I said, oh, he's serious. My God. My God.
Boy. That was one of the most epic fights I seen. I remember this white this white woman. She was trying to fight these men, and them two sisters took that fight over and whipped that woman's behind. Then when it got too much for them white folks, then they want to jump on their boat and take off. It was like, nah, you ain't going nowhere today.
No, what I love was them black guys with no shirts on came skipping up there. I was like, okay, see, when you see a black man skipping, you getting your ass beat.
Yep.
You getting ready to get your ass beat.
And then, then don't forget homeboy jumping in the river and swimming on the shore. Aquaman. Yeah.
Aquaman. That's right. Yeah, he wanted all the smoke and the fire too.
And
he brought the fire.
The first time I seen it, I was
y'all remember when they got arrested, they tried to put them old weak ass charges on them and everything. They tried to put them weak charges on them white folks.
They stepped, they would go up there every year the same time, pulling that mess, not moving their boats, get out there and get drunk, and they kept reporting them what they was doing, and then they would do little petty things like take a wheelchair. I mean, it's like you don't got really nothing to do with your life than to go steal a wheelchair and just think it's cute, and then they gonna move when they want to move. They effed around and found out and stuff. That's like that last incident in what was that, in Cincinnati, when the white supremacists came up there and got their tires flattened. They running around with assault rifles talking about, I'm calling the police. You hollering the N-word, and I'm like, y'all gonna purposely come to the hood. We ain't bothering nobody but ourselves.
Unc had that fire with him though. Unc had that smoke in his hand, dancing to fight the power.
Yeah, he sure did.
Then they say he got a gun. I'm like, y'all do too.
Yeah, they do too. They got guns and they scared. I couldn't put that together. I said, what did y'all do? But what the part I love is when they flatten them tires.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Burnt their shit.
Burnt the flag.
And they always get. And why they always getting in a U-Haul and running away? They U-Haul. If I was U-Haul, like, look, are you a Nazi? I'm not selling the Nazis no more. Look. It's been a lot of wild stuff going on about that with these Nazis. They've been popping up everywhere. They're like, where's Waldo? Where's Nazi doing right here?
Yeah, well, our people ain't running. It's very obvious. They ain't running from them.
They just popping up and they're jumping in their U-Haul and running off while they leaving everything they got. It's like they just drive to the neighborhood to scream nigga and get chased away. For real, I think that's their goal. Just nigga, we said it. Run, run. Remember in Philly though, they realized they was running from black people. They smart now. Because after that ass whooping in Philly, you notice they parked the U-Haul closer so they don't gotta run.
They ain't gotta run nowhere. I remember that.
Yeah,
Oh, they got their
cause
asses handed to them in Philly. Yes, they did.
I laughed though, because they parked the U-Haul around the corner like they was white and they was gonna outrun a group of black men and women.
I remember that fight.
That was, man, they look, what was so funny, they never made it close to the U-Haul. Just like you suspected, niggas chased them down and caught them on the street before they got anywhere close to it. And then beat them all the way back to the U-Haul. Just whip.
Yes, they did.
Up in the Philly.
You know, that city, yeah, that's the city I grew up in. And yeah, you got a lot of riders there. You got a lot of riders there. And they're those, you know, people ain't scared of that mess. You know, this ain't no night of the Ku Klux Klan from the 30s. You know, ain't nobody scared of that mess no more. And I guess they're popping up everywhere because they think they're scaring somebody. I don't know.
Well, they went to Philly and got. No, I was about to say, Auntie, they went to Philly and got a cheesesteak on their eye. We got a steak on their motherfucking eye.
Did y'all notice that big old bald spot in Donald Trump's head? Did y'all see that? When
I noticed that.
See how big that bald spot was?
Over them.
Yeah, he got
I
some
ain't gonna lie, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta give him props on that comb over. Elon must have taught him that one.
Trump invented that comb over.
Yeah, but you see the part in it, because I did see the bald spot, but the way he combed it over, he made it look like a big round part, like he was down, like it was a half moon.
He probably used a whole bottle of hairspray every day. But you know what you would think, LVZ, you would think, you know, they didn't pretty much perfected that, you know, you can go to one of those men hair clubs. You would think Trump would go to one of those spots where he wouldn't have to put himself through all that money he got. He can go buy him some hair.
He owed him too much money. He done had 6 hair transplants. No, that ain't even a joke. He had 6. He owed them money. Well, you know he don't like to pay nobody.
No, he sure don't like to pay people. That's why I was laughing, LVZ, when he was talking about offering the federal employees buyouts. I said, he ain't going to pay on them buyouts.
I'm about to say,
he ain't going to be paying nobody nothing. He going to lure you out of your job, and you're going to be sitting there waiting for them checks to come in, and they're not coming.
You might just buy you.
They said Elon has done that to people already. Oh, you can do a buyout, and they never get the money. You know, they're just luring you out of your job.
You ain't get it. It's BYEOUT, not BUYOUT. That's what he said. He said, yeah, you can get a buyout. Bye. Now you're out.
Yeah.
There you go.
You know, because it looks like you quit, right? You voluntarily quit your job. But just think about it. You leave, and for the next 7 months, they're going to just pay you for sitting around doing nothing. And we know Donald Trump don't like paying people, right? And I just don't see how people could fall for that.
Can I ask y'all a question? What happened to all the immigrants leaving? They ain't gone nowhere. I see immigrants all the time. Hold up.
I don't know.
I
I'm not
thought,
even living near any. So I know they raided here in New Jersey, but I didn't see none of that. You just saw it on the
yeah,
news.
you really did. You see, when you walk around though, you still see them, don't you?
Not really.
You don't? I see them.
No,
They don't
no.
look
See, you
scared
know
where
what it
I'm at.
is? You know what it is, LVZ, where they are in places like Trenton and Newark, because those are
Mhm.
sanctuary cities. Now,
But
where
that
I
don't matter
am,
no more, right?
yeah, but that's where they are. And that's closer to New York than where I am. I'm more on the side close to Philly.
Man, it's looking like he doing that mass deportation like he was doing that wall. It looked
Mm,
good the first 3 weeks, but the numbers just ain't add up.
yeah, I mean,
I'm just saying.
You had Tom Holman going on all these shows talking all tough about getting them out.
Yay, he's slobbering her all over. I'll tell you, they got to go. I'm going to get them about 50,000. I'm going to send them on off. They all got to go. Maybe they got to go with the family. It don't matter. I'm seeing them. They just having a good old time.
Yeah, I
Crew
don't know.
Royal still looking at these pussy trucks still out there.
Yeah, well, I know they getting them Cubans out down there in Miami. They're rounding their butts up because
God bless them. Good job.
and you know why they're doing it, right?
Get your Cuban ass out of here.
The
Because they
reason
some
why they
racist bastards.
yeah, see what happened was the Cubans got amnesty because they said it was too dangerous if they returned back to Cuba. So they got amnesty, and it was Ronald Reagan that gave them amnesty. Well, what they noticed was from 1986, when they got amnesty, all the way up to present day, they've been going back, vacationing, visiting family, having a good time flying from Florida to Cuba. And they were like, wait a
And
minute. If it's too dangerous
Castro ain't do
for you
nothing
to
to your punk
return back
ass.
there, right? If it's too dangerous for you to return back there, how are y'all going back and forth all this time vacationing, visiting family, chilling out in Cuba? So it got rescinded based on, they said they got amnesty based on false pretenses. So it got taken away. So I think 30,000 of them were supposed to be deported from Florida.
Hey, God bless him. I'll see you later. Hasta la vista. Look,
Yeah.
Fidel ain't doing nothing to y'all. Go and take all your money and shit and go on back there.
Mm-hmm.
All you
Mm-hmm.
was doing was voting Republican anyway. So go
Right.
ahead and
Yeah. And they said
take all
even
your
the other,
Miami
they
Sound
said,
Machine albums.
right. And they said even the other Latino groups didn't even like them Cubans. They were nasty to them too.
I know. They take their ass back there with all their Gloria Estefan albums. Yeah. And shake the maracas and have a good old time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Cause I ain't
Yeah.
worried about.
Me either, LVZ. Mm-mm. You know, my uncle lives down there, and he was even talking about how nasty they were.
I was about to say they racist down there.
They are
Dang,
very.
dang no, some de facto white people. Go on
Mm-hmm.
deport that ass.
Yep.
Look, it's back. That look, even white people getting tired of. Look, it's only gonna be one person call that nigger, and that's me. That's what the
Uh-huh.
white people in Florida said. Listen here, listen here, Wetfoot.
So
Only
that's
person
how
gonna
they.
call that nigger Clarence a nigger is me, Wetfoot.
So that's how they got busted, y'all. They were going and they caught them vacationing catching planes back to Cuba all the time, and said, wait a minute, y'all lied to get amnesty. If it's too dangerous, how do y'all keep going back there? And that's how they got busted. Mm-hmm. Oh no, they're not united. Latinos are no, they're not united at all. They, in fact, I think they're worse than us.
Right.
For real. Yep. All right, y'all. I'm gonna have to conclude. So
I'm still after party at my place, y'all. I'm still live on my side. So
okay. I'll have to come over there and
so
raise your chat.
yes, raise me.
All right, y'all. Thank you, True Royal. Thank you, LVZ, for being on the panel, and thank all of you in the comment in the chat. And let me thank people. Dark Skin Brother, as usual, thank you for your support. T Key, thank you for the super chat. Shalom family. Dark Skin Brother, Facts and Truth Spoken, True Royal, and Lisa, my warrior sisters. Dark Skin Brother again, more like the king of shit. yeah, that's what Donald Trump is. Dark Skin Brother, Trump signed a bill today making it mandatory for outsiders to speak English. Yeah, I saw that. Making it English only here in America. I saw that. Monica Gregory, thank you for the super sticker. Dark Skin Brother, Elon Musk is a genius, True Royal, when it comes to getting high. Yeah, you're right about that. We next, aka Dark Skin Brother, thank you for becoming a new member, and thank you for the 2-month membership. Keep up the amazing work, my warrior sister. And thank you for the super sticker, Dark Skin Brother. Thank you. And everybody, please enjoy the rest of your night. And we'll definitely come back and do this all over again on a different topic. Shalom, family.
Just that long.